season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Left and complete to Thornton.
A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
9 yards that time.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This defense for the Jets, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Looking to throw, Zappi. He's got his man, Thornton. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Bryce Hall there defensively.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Zappi working from the gun.
That's caught by Howard.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Zappi.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Zappy. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. They got spot 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Zappy on 3rd and 2.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Wilson.
Mechie has it on the slant, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
The Jets at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. We are in for a good one as we're through one.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
More play action here with Zappi.
Open man here, the tight end Henry. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He completes it to Beckham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here's Stevenson.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
And Zappi to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Zappi.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And
looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England.
A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball again on 2nd down.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
This will be complete to Mechie.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Ready, set. H3, 2, 8.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by the...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Here's Wilson.
And that'll be caught by Darden.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Pinero's extra point up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Zappi looking to throw it on 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One final shot before half for Zappi. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Zappi looks to throw it.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Zappi's going to throw for it.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Under pressure, they got him again. Matt Judon, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Off the fake, Zampi. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy should...
And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sauce Gardner. The offensive line is in tatters, as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Berrios. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Christian Barmore. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get this one complete to Darden. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Straight ahead is Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss. and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Zappi fakes a handoff, looks to throw it.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Zappi back to throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Ashton Davis
drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Okay. This is like watching paint dry. let's go now. Charlie. I said it, let's go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the counter, it's Stevenson.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Now Zappi. Got his man. It's Thornton.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Squeeze, get in there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? this they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.